In the course of history, few individuals have profoundly influenced the human spirit and philosophical landscape as Siddhartha Gautama, also known as the Buddha. His life, from royal opulence to spiritual awakening, is a story of self-reflection, self-discovery, and the pursuit of ultimate truth. The journey of the Buddha began in the ancient kingdom of Kapilavastu, where he was born as the son of King Siddhartha and Queen Maya. His birth was a prophesied event, as Queen Maya dreamed of a white elephant entering her right side, signifying her pregnancy. As her time approached, she gave birth under a sal tree in the Lumbini Grove while standing and holding onto a branch with her right hand. The newborn miraculously stood up and took 7 steps, proclaiming this to be his final birth, destined for awakening. Gautama's father, King Siddhartha, sought to keep him immersed in the opulent life of the palace, away from the sufferings that plagued ordinary existence. To ensure Siddhartha's enjoyment, 3 magnificent palaces were constructed for him to indulge in sensory pleasures during different seasons. It is said that due to his father's constant care and protection, Siddhartha remained unaware of sorrow, pain, or unhappiness and never witnessed aging, illness, or death. He married Princess Yasodhara, and together they had a son named Rahula, which means fetter. However, one day, Siddhartha went on a chariot ride, exposing him to an aged man for the first time in his life. On subsequent outings, he encountered a diseased man and then a corpse. On his 4th journey, he met a serene wandering ascetic, Sama, which led him to make the decision to renounce his princely life and follow the path of such spiritual seekers. He left the palace, shed his royal attire and ornaments, cut off his hair, and donned the simple robe of an ascetic. This monumental renunciation occurred when Siddhartha was 29 years old. Siddhartha Gautama's relentless pursuit of truth led him on a profound spiritual journey. He sought guidance from renowned spiritual mentors, each imparting their wisdom and knowledge. Under the guidance of Rakalama, he achieved a meditative state of nothingness, transcending sensory or material experience. Despite this impressive achievement, Siddhartha realized that it did not provide the path to eternal liberation. His quest continued, and when he sought instruction from Uddaka Ramaputta, he was taught a more subtle meditative state known as neither perception nor non-perception. Siddhartha excelled in mastering this teaching and even became Uddaka Ramaputta's teacher. However, he realized that this state also did not lead to the ultimate liberation he sought. Siddhartha Gautama's unwavering commitment to realizing truth led him down another path on his spiritual journey, mortification of the body and its desires. He subjected his body to extreme ascetic practices, fasting, and depriving himself of basic sustenance. He endured long periods of breath-holding and physical torment, pushing his determination to the edge. Siddhartha persisted in this arduous path for 6 years, relentlessly pursuing answers to the deepest questions of life. However, despite his immense efforts, he came to a profound realization: these ascetic practices did not hold the key to breaking free from the cycle of birth and death. At the brink of despair, he suddenly recollected a childhood memory. He remembered sitting beneath a tree, with his father plowing nearby. In that moment, his mind entered a state of joy and tranquility, known as the first jhana, Pali, Skt Dhyana. This recollection guided him towards a different, more balanced path. Understanding that his weakened body was not conducive to achieving this joyful state, Siddhartha Gautama accepted substantial food. This decision disappointed his 5 ascetic companions who had joined him during his austere practices, and they left him. However, Siddhartha had 5 dreams assuring him that he would soon become a Buddha. In a decisive moment, Siddhartha Gautama sat beneath the Bodhi tree in Gaya, facing east, resolving not to rise until he attained awakening. In this profound moment of determination, he encountered Mara, the messenger of death, who attempted to obstruct his escape from the cycle of birth and death. Mara's efforts to hinder Siddhartha Gautama's pursuit were relentless. He unleashed a terrifying army of demons and employed intimidation and coercion. When Mara's attempts failed, he resorted to temptation. He sent his 3 daughters, Desire, Delight, and Discontent, to try to seduce Siddhartha Gautama. However, the prince remained unmoved by desire, just as he had been unafraid of fear. In Mara's final attempt, aided by his own supernatural powers, he was thwarted by Siddhartha Gautama's exceptional qualities. At that pivotal moment, Siddhartha Gautama entered deep meditation. In the first watch of the night, he recollected countless past lives. In the second watch of the night, he gained the divine eye, allowing him to witness the rebirth of other beings based on their karmic destinies. In the third watch of the night, he attained the third knowledge, the extinction of deep-rooted cravings. Siddhartha Gautama directly perceived the Four Noble Truths: the nature of suffering, the cause of suffering, the cessation of suffering, Nirvana, and the path to its cessation. With these profound insights, he transcended suffering and illusion. As a new day dawned, Siddhartha Gautama had become the Buddha, the awakened one. In response to this momentous event, the earth trembled, thunder rumbled, and petals rained from the sky, bearing witness to the significance of his achievement. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree in Gaya, contemplating the cycle of cause and effect, which became the central principle of his teachings. He viewed a world ensnared by attachment with compassion, yet hesitated to share the profound truths he had discovered. However, Sahampati, the compassionate Brahma deity known as the Lord of our world and taught by a past Buddha, saw his hesitation and implored him to teach others. The Buddha realized that some would understand his message and decided to share his wisdom with the world. He embarked on a journey to find his former companions from his ascetic days, marking the beginning of his mission to spread the teachings of Buddhism, which would illuminate the path to liberation. At the age of 29, Siddhartha Gautama renounced the world and embarked on 6 years of ascetic practices. He sat under the Bodhi tree for 48 days and nights, where on the 8th day of the 12th month, as the morning star appeared, he suddenly attained enlightenment. He achieved Buddhahood at the age of 35. After attaining enlightenment, he spent 45 years teaching the Dharma. He entered Nirvana at the age of 80. He had now attained final Nirvana. Henceforth, gods and humans could no longer see him through his physical body, but only through his Dhamma-body, which consists of his teachings and the qualities they espouse.